What's up, everyone? I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to have a little chat about camp. We're going to talk through all the details, make sure you know what's going on so you're ready for the best week of the summer. So I want to say, welcome to camp. If you have made that commitment to sign up, you paid the money, you found a way to get there, I'm so excited for you. Camp is hands down one of my favorite things that we do. I grew up going to camp. I believe that the Lord wants to meet with you in a very specific way, and He does that through things like summer camp, because we remove ourselves from the distractions of everything and we put ourselves in a position where we can kind of just relax and focus in and be around a community of people who love Jesus and want to see us love Jesus. And so I'm really excited for you. I think it's going to be one of the greatest things that you do this summer, and it's going to be a great time. So with that said, we're just going to go over all the details. We're getting ready to leave Sunday, and so I want you to be in the know. So I know you're getting things ready. Maybe some of you've already started to pack. Some of you will not pack until Sunday morning when your parents are saying, hey, we have to get in the car in 5 minutes. And that's fine. I get it. But I want to make sure you have all the information you need before walking into Sunday. One thing I will say is that you can actually download a simple PDF. We're calling it the Summer Camp Field Guide, so you know all the details, have it in written form. I sent out an email today. You should have got that in an email inbox, either you or your parents. And so you can download that field guide, and it'll have everything right there in a PDF, packing list, travel information, all those little logistics. So I'm going to talk through a bunch of that, but if you want it in written form, go ahead and do that. The first question I get a lot is, what do we need to pack, Brent? What do we need to pack? What does that look like to have everything I need in one place for everything that I do? And so I just want to make sure you know, so that you don't miss out and you think that one thing's happening. It's not. First thing is, we're back at Camp Harvest this year. If you went to summer camp last year, we were at Lake Ann Camp. And so this is kind of a returning home for us. We did Camp Harvest as a church for a number of years. Last year was our first year at Lake Ann, and we're excited to be back at Camp Harvest with some of the network churches that we go to camp with, and it's going to be a great time. So they encourage you to bring everything you need to sleep, because it's like cabins with bunks in it, so there's no linens provided. So you're going to need the classic bedroll of a sleeping bag. If you like to throw a twin sheet on the bed, I'd advise you to do that if you want to. Otherwise, sleeping bag gets the job done. Make sure you got a pillow, and don't throw all that stuff in a garbage bag, because it can maybe get thrown away, or it kind of just gets nasty in there. So if you're going to bring it in a big bag, do it in like a nylon kind of like laundry style bag, and make sure you're packed up, ready to go. Everything you need to sleep. Sleep is very important at camp. I know you may not think that, but on behalf of all of your leaders, sleep is an important part of it. So make sure you're prepared for it. So you need everything you need to sleep with, and then you'll need a suitcase or a duffel bag of like your main stuff that you're bringing. All right. And so that's like all clothes for 5 days, and towels, one to shower, one to use at the lake, swimsuit, make sure it's modest. Shoes, I'd bring like, pair of Crocs, sandals, and then like athletic shoes, closed-toe shoes, especially if you want to do paintball, got to have closed-toe shoes and long sleeves and long pants. So be prepared for that. Rain gear, always nice to have like some sort of like jacket, sweatshirt, because it gets a little chilly at night. And one outfit and one pair of shoes that you're willing to get extremely muddy. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. But you're going to want something that's going to get really muddy. So make sure you're good for that. All right. Now, the bag with everything in it also needs to have a few other things, right? So you can have things like sunscreen, insect repellent, flashlight. Get like a plastic bag, like a Target bag or something that you can throw dirty, wet clothes, those muddy clothes in, right? Something that can hold that. I'd also advise you to pack some like rainy day game activities. Maybe you have like a favorite card game or board game that's like small and compact and fit in that bag, because weather looks good, but if it rains, it's kind of fun just to hang out in your cabin and do some fun stuff with your cabin. I'd advise you to bring some sort of camera, right? Bring a digital or like a disposable camera. No phones at camp, right? We'll talk about that in a minute, but So I know that's maybe your main way of taking pictures, but if you want to capture some pictures, I'd advise you to bring like a digital camera or a disposable camera. All right, so that's everything going in like a suitcase, duffel bag type thing. That'll go under the bus when we travel to camp. Then I would bring a backpack, something you can have on you. It can come onto the bus with you and you sit with it. So like a little backpack or like pouch type thing that you're holding on to. And in that, I would make sure you have a Bible. I would make sure you had a pen. And I would make sure you had like maybe some like small snacks, like granola bar type things that you can throw in your backpack for the bus ride up and maybe even the bus ride home if it lasts that long. So a backpack's kind of small, containing stuff you want on you and protected. But make sure you have a Bible. We're going to give you a camp booklet to take notes in, but if you want like a notebook journal thing, throw that in there as well. All right. What not to pack? Hey, Brent, what should I not bring? We'll do a little test here. I already kind of gave it away, but should you bring a cell phone? No, don't bring a cell phone. Why? Why don't you want to bring cell phones or electronics or any of that stuff? Because you get enough of that at home. Camp's like a place, it's out in the wilderness, it's a totally different environment. Service isn't great out there anyway. I don't even think they have Wi-Fi that you can get on. And so it's just kind of pointless. It's just a distraction to you. And this is about building relationships with other people and your relationship with the Lord. So don't bring your phone, don't bring any electronics. You don't need to be, trying to watch TV or movies or whatever you youngins like to watch. Tic-tac, all that stuff. Just leave it at home. Should you bring like food, like a whole bunch of food for your whole cabin? Don't do it. Don't do it. Bunch of critters running around at camp, bugs coming in your dorm. Like nobody wants ants in their sleeping bag because you decided to break out the Oreos and you left them open all night. All right, so just don't do it. If you want to feel granola bars or something in your backpack, that's totally fine. But don't bring a whole bunch of food and like leave it out in your cabin. It's a bad idea. Should you bring a swimsuit? Yes. Should you bring like a bikini? No. Guys, should you bring a really short swimsuit? Nobody needs to see that. All right? Leave this stuff out. Get something modest. Get something that's covering everything that needs to be covered and make sure you're set up for that. I don't want to have to tell people like, hey, don't wear that. It's a waste of everybody's time. Don't do it. Also, shorts. Make them fingertip length. And I'm not even talking to girls right now. I've seen some of the shorts you guys are wearing right now. Stop. That's way too much thigh for anybody. All right, leave those at home. What you do on your own time is up to you. At camp, make sure they're the fingertip length away. All right. Medications. All right. Let's say you had allergies or something, or you're on a consistent medication. You're going to need it out at camp. You need to fill out the medical summary form, which there's a link to download that in the email I sent out. So you got to fill that out. Have your parents fill it out, and then you got to put those meds in a Ziploc bag and write your name on the Ziploc bag and turn it in at check-in. All right. When you check in before we go to Gospel City, check in. Make sure that you do that, and that'll be a great way to make sure everything's covered. And then we'll give that to the camp nurse, and they'll regulate and make sure you get it when you need it. So please do that. Don't miss out on that. Emergency meds can be kept on you, like an EpiPen, all of that. You just need to document it on the medical summary form, but then you can just keep that on you because that's a little bit more personal to you. So make sure you take care of that, and we'll help you with that when you check in. Speaking of check-in, let's move on in the segment to talk about leaving for camp. All right? You've got everything packed. You got everything you need. Everything's prepped and ready to go in your mom's Honda Odyssey, and you're pulling in to Gospel City Church at 9 a.m. Wrong. We're already be an hour down the road. We're leaving the church at 8 a.m., meaning you need to be here at 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. check-in will start at the church, and it'll be on the office side of the building. So if you come in, the main door is in kind of that upper lot. You need to drive around, and we'll have a little pop-up tent set up with a table ready to check you in for camp starting at 7:30. If you're driving a car and you want to leave it here for the week, you can definitely do that. You just need to park your car out by the row of pine trees kind of next to the field in the back lot. So we can help you figure that out when you get here, but just plan on leaving your car in that back section when you come. All right, so 7:30 a.m. Check-in starts 8 a.m. Everyone's on the bus and the driver is pushing the gas pedal. All right, I don't want to see anybody chasing down the bus, knocking on the windows trying to get on. Just get here on time, be ready to go. All right, so that's departure. Things you'll need when you check in. So you come in at 7:30, you check in. You're going to need, again, that medical summary form. You're going to have filled out Gospel City's own medical release form, as well as the camp's medical release form, which you did when you registered. If you haven't filled out the medical release form for Gospel City, you can do that through a link on our student page, and we'll post that, and you can fill that out. Most everybody has filled it out for something before, but if you haven't, make sure you do it, and we'll make sure you do it before you leave. So you have to have those things. We'll get that all checked in. At that time, you will be given some markings to be able to mark your bag on where it's going, and that'll be your cabin assignment, and you'll be able to see what cabin you're in and what team you're on for the week-long competition. So all that will be given to you. Get your camp booklet and be ready to rock and roll. So we leave, and we should get to Camp Harvest around 11:30. And we're going to eat lunch a little bit after that at 2 o'clock. So again, pack some snacks. We'll have some snacks out for you at check-in you can grab onto, and should be ready to go. Speaking of traveling, let's talk about when we come back. So everything fun happens at camp. Then we're coming back. We're leaving Camp Harvest at 1 o'clock, which would put us here at the church around 4. So I'll send a text out to all the parents when we leave camp and when we're about 30 minutes away. Make sure your ride's ready to go at 4 o'clock. All right, here at the church, ready to pick you up. That's kind of an overview of the travel information, everything like that. Let's talk about when we're at camp. All right, we're going to spend some time talking about what all the awesome things we're going to do, and it's going to be a great time. Just a few ground rules. I don't have a lot of rules. I like to trust that you know how to be decent human beings in a public setting, but there are some things that I would advise you to adhere to. All right. The first thing is this: be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Meaning, don't skip things. Don't say, I don't want to do that. I want to go take a nap, and you just go hide out in your cabin. Like, be where you need to be. You paid to be at camp. Your parents paid for you to be at camp. Take the full experience. We've planned the schedule. There's plenty of free time in there for you just to hang out. But when there's something on the schedule that you need to be at, be there. And don't come late. Don't come strolling in 10, 15 minutes late to session just because. Make time, plan ahead, know when to be there. Another thing you should have packed, I should have mentioned it, pack a watch, right? I see some of you with that little red dial on it. You know, it's cellular Apple Watch. I see you. All right, I kept my eye on you. Bring a Casio $10 watch from Walmart. All right, it's totally worth it. Make sure you know where you need to be, when you need to be. That's my first rule. Second rule: no PDA. All right, nobody needs to see your public or private displays of affection. It just needs to not happen. That's just a very simple thing that even if you're like, oh, we're in love, we've been dating for 3 weeks, and I don't care. You don't need it. All right, so just be respectful of the people around you. No PDA. And then my third rule is a new one that I'm loving. It's kind of rhymes. All right, don't do anything that would maybe lead to you taking a life, making a life, or taking a wife. That's mainly for the guys, but it all rhymes, and so I like that. All right, mainly, don't do anything that might accidentally lead to taking a life or making a life, and that's where PDA comes in. Don't think about that too much, but taking a life, don't be stupid, don't be fighting with people, don't be doing dumb stuff. Hey, I'm gonna see if I can climb the tower and stand on the railing so I can blob someone higher, and then you fall and you don't hit the blob and you hit the water flat from 20 feet in the air. Not a good idea, all right? So don't do anything dumb. Fourth rule leads into that is just don't be an idiot. If you ask yourself, would an idiot do this? And the answer is yes, don't do that thing. Those are my 4 rules, pretty simple. It'll keep everybody happy at camp. All right, few schedule things just so you know what's going on. We're gonna arrive at around that 11 o'clock mark. There's gonna be a little kickoff party. We'll get some lunch. There'll be a swim test that you have to do, dinner, then we'll have our first main session, then we'll have some time in our small groups, and then there's a special night event that first night, and then we go to sleep. And this is kind of a schedule for each day, and they're all kind of similar. Some variance throughout. But breakfast at 8:15. We'll have a morning little session, devotional time at 9 a.m. And then we'll have some activities. So if you sign up for paintball, you'll have a day assigned to you when you do paintball. Then there'll be options for you to do, like the zip line, the rock wall, paddle boarding, tubing will be assigned to you as well, and things like that. So all those will happen at that 10 a.m. time. Then we'll have lunch. Then we'll have a little siesta fiesta in our cabins, just hanging out, relaxing for a little bit. Then we got big game. Then we got time down at Water Park on some days, sometimes out at Lakefront, which are like the smaller lake and then the bigger lake with the tubing. And then we'll go into dinner, session, small group, late night activity, lights out. All right, every day is a little bit different, but that same kind of flow, so some great things happening. Really excited about that. So that's kind of a flow until Thursday, where we kind of get up, we'll have our breakfast, morning Devo time, and then some free time, pack clean, eat some lunch, hit the road. And so that's how we'll wrap up the day. So that kind of gives you a flow for the whole time at camp, and it's going to be a great time. Again, if you want to know anything specific, just wait till you check in, and you'll get a full schedule, and you know exactly what's going on. All right, so that's at camp. One thing at camp that we like to talk about is the canteen. So when you signed up, you had the option to put some money in there, and maybe you were like, I don't even know what the canteen is. Why am I putting money in there? So at courtside, there is a little building next to that set up with snacks and things, drinks like Jarritos and Gatorade and other things, ice cream, and you can purchase those with your camp. They will take money when you're there, so you can pay for it up front, but you could preload it and just give them your name and they'll keep track of all that for you. It's way easier than making sure you always have something on you to pay for it. So do that if you want to. And if you remember, the winner of the Ultimate Camp Prize Package wins $25 in those camp bucks, which we're getting ready to announce. I hope you're ready for that. So these were the details. I'm checking, see, nobody's saying anything in the chat. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to throw it in the chat here in the next little bit. But I thought it'd be fun for us to go ahead and announce who won the Ultimate Camp Prize Package. Okay, everybody ready for that? It's gonna be a great time for this person specifically. I hope you're excited. All right, so here was the rules. You had to register for camp before the end of the day, June 17th. So 1 month out from camp, you had to get your registration in. And there's 33 people who made that cutoff. So of those 33 people, we're gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna find out who wins the Ultimate Camp Prize Package right now. Or, I got you, you were ready. Or how about we unbox the Ultimate Camp Prize Package and then I announce the winner. Let's do that. Let's delay a little bit more. All right, so here it is, everybody. The Ultimate Camp Prize Package. Look at this. I got you this nice little beach bag. This is great. It's fitting. For guys or girls, it works. Orange is a very neutral color. So as you can see, it's just loaded up with some stuff. So things that aren't in here are the $25 camp bucks and the VIP seating at every session. And I decided to be a little more generous. So the VIP seating will be for your entire cabin. Whoever wins, whatever cabin you're in, we will block off a section specifically for your cabin near the front of every session and VIP seating for you. So those aren't in here, but that is a part of the entire prize package. But let's open it up. Let's see. Oh, that's a nice. That's a good strong zipper. I mean, the bag alone, it was worth your investment. So first thing, I mean, okay, we're spending time on the water, and you know, you want to have a good time. You want to relax a little bit. So I got you this giant flamingo inflatable for you to kind of just chill in. We aren't there. It's beautiful. You're gonna look great in that. So you have to bring that to every little thing. So we got that. Let's see what else. We got some snacks in here. So these are one of my favorite candies, and they're pre-packaged, so they'll keep well at camp. Some high chews you can share with you and your friends. I got some Takis, of course, a bunch of fruit snacks, some sour punch, straws, and little Nutella dipping thing for you. Again, like we're just trying to make sure you got energy, you got everything you need. Maybe you're like, oh, I forgot a pen and a notebook. I got you covered in the Ultimate Camp Price Package. I got that there for you. Maybe your skin's a little sensitive to the sun. I got some SPF 30 sport spray for you right there. Maybe your lips will get a little chapped. There's some summer chapstick for you. Again, those rainy day things. I got a little Etch-a-Sketch. Again, you don't got a phone, so this is a great way to like text your friends. You can write them little messages and pass it along. Deck of cards in case you want to show off your magic skills. Hey, let's say somebody in your cabin, just horrible sleeper, or your cabin likes to keep the lights on way too late, and you like to go to bed. I got you a little eye mask for that as well. And now, hygiene is important to me at camp. I think everybody should shower, brush their teeth at least once a day. And so I hope that you're doing that. But let's say your breast's feeling a little stank. Here's some Tic Tacs for you. Now, we all know that camp isn't camp without energy, right? If you're tired all the time, it's pretty boring. So I went ahead and hooked you up with a 4-pack of Red Bull and a couple Starbucks Frappuccinos. So those are in the bottom of the bag there. And again, the 25 bucks in the camp bucks and the VIP seating is just worth its weight in gold. You got some summer camp stickers in here for you and your friends as well. All right, so that's everything in the Ultimate Camp Prize Package. Who's excited to know who won? All of you. Perfect. I heard all of you loud and clear. Here it is. Let's spin the wheel. Oh. Oh, we have a winner. We have a winner. The winner is Sylvie Onick. Sylvie, you have won the Ultimate Camp Prize Package. If you're watching right now, congratulations. If you're not, I'm sorry. I'll make sure you know that you won at some point tonight. So excited for you. This is yours. Again, you got the $25 camp bucks and you got the VIP seating for you and your whole cabin. I hope it's a fun summer camp for you. All right, that's it, everybody. I'm out of things to say. Hopefully all your information has been answered. If it hasn't, let's just go to camp. We'll figure it out as we go along. No, but feel free to shoot me a text, shoot me a message, and I'd be happy to make sure you got everything you need. And I will see you Sunday morning, 7:30 a.m. here at Gospel City Church. Get ready. It's going to be the best week ever. Peace.